Hello, Jasmine here from Level Up Consulting, and this week we've been creating a brand strategy for a client, and I thought in today's tip video I would share with you the steps for how you can create your own brand strategy for your business. So first and foremost, what is a brand strategy and what is it not? So I'll start there. It's not your logo and the colors that you use on your website. They are very important and they do form your branding, but the strategy should come first, because your strategy says who you are, what you stand for, and how you're going to talk to people in the market. So that's what a brand strategy is, and here are the steps for how you can create your own. So step one of an effective brand strategy is to sit down and determine what is your why. Why are you in business? What gets you going? What's the sort of work that you absolutely love doing? It's not actually work for you, it's a joy. And if in 20 years from now, you're looking back on your business journey and saying, yes, we achieved that, what are those goals? So that's your why. The second thing that you need to do in your brand strategy is to articulate what it is you actually do. It doesn't matter if it's a product or a service. Articulate what your core offerings are and potentially even your secondary offerings. And that should really say what on earth it is you actually sell. The third part is to determine the benefits of the products or services that you have in the market. So when we determine our benefits, we really get to know why it is that a customer should buy from you and not from someone else. What's unique about what you do? What is your edge? How do you stand out in the crowd? And they're your benefits. So that's step 3. Step 4, once you know all of that, is to write down your vision, your mission, and your purpose for your business. And this is more philosophical, right? So what do you stand for? What is it your business stands behind and is known for? The 5th step then, once you know all of that, is to determine what your brand archetype is. Now, what is a brand archetype? There are actually 12 of them, and they are sort of, I guess, a reflection of the personality of your brand. Have a look at what the 12 are, but some of the examples that I can share with you today are the creator brands. So these are our really innovative, inventive type brands who are always looking for new products to develop. There are explorer brands, so they're on the hunt for new opportunities and to do things quite differently. And another example are rebel brands. I love a rebel brand. These guys, they break the rules. They, face into the status quo. They're really disruptive in a very, very good way. So there's some example brand archetypes. Once you see the 12, you'll be able to determine which one's a good fit for your business, and it may be 2. So once you know your brand archetype, the thing that you can do next is determine what your key messaging pillars will be. So you know what your personality is now, you know what you stand for. What are the 3, 5, 10 things that you want to say consistently in the market? Now these messaging pillars will form your social media strategy, your marketing strategy, everything actually that you put in front of a potential customer or client. And it's really, really important that you determine what those key messaging pillars are. Once you've done that, the 6th step is to determine what your value proposition is. Now, if you've never done a value proposition before, this is by far the most important thing you can do for your brand. So your value proposition actually says to your end clients and customers what it is you do, what you stand for, and why on earth they should consider your brand. And there's a formula for how you can do that, and I'll share it in the Level Up blog. But it's very, very important that you have a value proposition. And even if you've made a value proposition before, it's something that you should revisit and refresh just to make sure it's still current very regularly, every 6 to 12 months, because you'll adapt your business and you may adapt your personality as you go through the years. So they're the steps for creating an effective brand strategy. What on earth do you do with this wonderful document? Well, lots of things. The first thing that you can do is that your brand strategy should, as I mentioned at the start, inform what your logo and your website looks like. If that's the words you say, that's the colors you use. So if you have a brand archetype that's very serious, you may not be using colors on your website that are fun and young and fresh. So they have to match. So have a look at your website, have a look at your social media. So you can create or refresh your social media content plan based on your brand strategy. So particularly those key messaging pillars, because social is a fantastic avenue to lay your messaging out in the market regularly. So it has to make sure it all folds together and lines up to your brand. The third thing that you can do with your brand strategy, of course, is your marketing plan. So your marketing should also reflect your branding, because we know that your customers and clients need to see the same thing quite a few times, actually. I think it's about 7 now, until they genuinely make a purchasing decision. So you need to say things consistently, and they need to remember you. And that is why a branding strategy is one of the most important things that you can do for your business. Hopefully that helped. I'll also put this in the Level Up blog. Until next time, see you then. Bye.